B,
Mhm.
you got more habits, son.
More habits. All right. Am I
What?
starting it off or you starting it off?
Oh man, I'm gonna man. We know we go in alphabetical order, bro.
Okay.
There's some order here on the podcast, man.
Me, habit
Yep.
number one today was, I think this is my seventh habit. We practice gratitude. That's
Ooh,
my big one. We did an episode on power of the heart and heart cohesion. Coheres. I forgot. I'm butchering that right now.
cohesion.
My brain is like mush right now. But
Grateful for the long day, so your brain is like mush.
yeah,
I'm grateful for that.
well, I study in the morning, not at night. I can't think anymore at night. But practice gratitude every morning. I wake up early, and I probably get up around like 5:30, and I would do my meditation in the morning before my the kid gets up, before the wife gets up. So I'm like by myself for about a good like 20-30 minutes. And I try to get deep into my meditation. The way I get deep into my meditation is always being grateful for what I have. And even if I don't have it, grateful for what I want to have, because I know how quantum physics work, and in the universe is always a reality out there that has what you have already. So I'm just kind of manifesting that, bringing that reality to existence. So being grateful for what you have. A lot of research has shown that what you're grateful for, you attract more of the same thing. So even like when I back in the day when I used to be like dead broke and I had like maybe $20 to my name, I'd be like, "Thank you for the $20, man. I can put some gas in my car. I can go out. You know, I can eat a little bit tonight. You know." So being grateful for what you have. I'm grateful for my family that I have. I'm grateful for my place that I have. I'm grateful for my businesses that I have. I'm grateful for my friends, such as yourself, Paul. I'm grateful for the podcast, and grateful for my health and where I'm going to be going in life. And I know where I want to be, and I know I'm going to get there. So being grateful for that. And it puts you like, I don't think gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can have too. And it's just like, how can you say that you're grateful for something and be in a bad mood after that?
Right. Yeah, I'm
I
baffled by
don't think it's possible
I'm baffled by
unless
it.
you don't mean it, you know? So anytime you're in a bad mood, grateful for being in a bad mood. You know, you're alive, so you can be in a bad mood. So
Brother, can I tell you this is listen, this is big, man. Because I think this is one of those words, you know how I can get all jammed up about words and shit. This is one of those words, B, where I think people throw it around too much.
mhm.
And if people were to really even embrace it like how you are describing it right now,
Yeah.
I think they wouldn't even say it.
Yeah.
They would just
Well,
be like, "Oh my goodness, like I appreciate this. You know what? Oh, I appreciate this car. I appreciate this meal because I was starving. I appreciate the fact that I'm angry as hell right now because that means my heart's pumping. Oh shit, I'm alive. Golly, thank the Lord. Thank you, G. You know what I
and
mean? That's
and I think it's important to realize I'm not thankful with my mind or my mouth. I'm not just saying words. I'm thankful for my heart and the way I feel. I'm great. My comes right out of my solar plexus, my heart chakra, and I feel the gratefulness that I have in my life, and the abundance that I have in my life, and the abundance that I'm bringing in my life. So there's a big difference between just saying it like all airy fairy and actually like being in the now, being in the moment, just feeling it. A lot of people don't do that, and that's a game changer. You start incorporating that in your habits. And it doesn't take that much time, man. It doesn't take
right,
that much time at all.
bro. Man, it could be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what? It's like I've been taking on this practice. Sometimes I get away from it, but like I find I do it more when I'm in a salty mood. So it's like when I wake up, I'm like, yes,
Hmm.
yes, I am here again, baby. What? Thank you. I freaking woke up, man. I'm like, ah,
That's it.
Like
Small things,
people,
man. It's a
it's the
small.
small
It's a
things,
little
bro.
thing. Little things that add up to make big things.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, listen, people, I really appreciate, and I want to highlight because you probably hear about this gratitude thing on a regular basis, and for some people are like, I'm sick of this. But listen, if you're sick of it, then practice it when you don't think you're supposed to, or you don't think you have to.
Yeah.
I'll
Or
look
watch
for
our
that,
video on
man.
heart coherence. That's the word,
Yeah.
coherent. Heart coherence. And just even if you don't want to watch our video, just watch any video on the heart coherence. The Power of the
Oh,
Heart is one of the most influential books I've ever read. And that'll change your life. I forgot who wrote that off the top of my head, but it was, man, it's a game changer. How much
man,
gratitude can change your life.
game changer, dude. Grab, man. Listen, it is a high frequency, and it's well worth it, and can be practiced anytime, anywhere. Give thanks for your
Yeah,
next meal, damn it.
that's it. Paul, what do you got, buddy?
I have no idea. No, I'm
You have
just
no
playing.
idea. That's a
I
good habit.
well, it's a
I have
little
no idea
smart.
what
Yeah,
you're going to do in life.
I have yet to know.
Mhm,
So actually, if when I don't know what I'm doing,
mhm.
it's this is I practice this habit, and this is the habit of I call it's usually called self compassion, practice of having self compassion, but it's really practicing being your best coach. Like I'm a big believer that our greatest coach is the healed version of ourselves. So when I can practice, I've had a couple weeks where I'm like, yo, man, I freaking hate life right now. I hate work. I hate it. And those are the times when it's like, and it's very much like I forget one of the ones you had. Um, but it's basically like being able to be that practice being my greatest coach, but like practice self-compassion. I learn how to talk to myself in a way that's going to build me up. And I'm one of those guys, man. Like I'm analytical, I can be a perfectionist. So that combination is extremely can be treacherous because I could be like, oh, I could be all beating myself up, like, well, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you go talk to this? Why did you do that? Why didn't you do this back in the day? Why? Right?
Mhm.
Instead of like, okay, hey, listen. All right, listen, this happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is where you're at. All right, so listen, now where we're going, this is what we need to do. All right, so I need you to get your ass out of bed and let's go skip some rope. Okay, fine. It's like
Yeah.
people get to because I think people do this more. And when I say this specifically, I'm talking about beat themselves up. I think people do it more than they let on, which is contributing to a tremendous amount of the anxiety, the procrastination, quote unquote laziness, or just aloofness, disconnection. I think it contributes to all of that because the society can have a tendency to beat you up. So I think the habit of practicing self-compassion or practicing being your best coach, right? Being your highest self, your healed self, and then go from there. Because we practice that is in practicing on a regular basis. Like, so a part of this to be and the audience is celebrate your wins. So, like, I did this program with the Juvenile Justice Commission, right? So that junk was tough. But you know what? When I got the check, I was like, hey man, good for you. Let me get some. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, and I basked in that. So I know the vibration and frequency, bro. And here's something else, right? This is different. This is going on to another habit, probably from another video. I have been visualizing Neville Goddard shit. Been visualizing like checks coming in. Oh, look at this check. Oh, okay, writing on the back, signing it. All right, cool. Hey, another one. I'll take care of that tomorrow. Oh, what's this? Blue Link? Oh, shit, a notification. Oh, 1750. I'm gonna give myself a sandwich. Like, I've been envisioning it, and brother, it's crazy. A check came in for this homeowner thing, right? For like something from the state. Got the check for JJC. There was a check that like a reimbursement check that was supposed to go to my former wife. It actually was written out to me. So I'm like, there was a settlement for like an old, like, remember the payday loans? Like when I was in a bad
Yeah.
place, I used to do some payday loans, and there was like a
Mm-hmm.
settlement, and like literally 750 just like came out of nowhere. I'm like,
all right. Yeah, yeah.
so bro, it's like, so like I say that because it's like celebrating the wins. And the win was, yeah, okay, the checks, but more the win was like, yo, you've been visualizing this the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So bless up to you. Now get back on your game. What do you want now?
Exactly.
What do you want now? Well, but I'm gonna leave it at that, man. So my habit is practice self-compassion.
Yeah, I love it. It's important. My next one is setting clear goals on what you want. That's my thing. I'm a big goal setter. I have 5 year, I have 10 year, I have 5 year, I have 3 year, 1 year, monthly. And they do change. Sometimes I get into something and all of a sudden everything kind of trajects in a different way, and I go down that route. But I set clear goals for myself so I have something to kind of shoot for. Otherwise, if you don't know what you're shooting for, the universe is going to give you whatever, and it's amazing. Like I talk to people all the time, but like I get a lot of people that come to me and they're like, I want to be entrepreneurial like you. I want to get to my next, I want to do this. And and I'm not getting anywhere. I'm like, all right, let's sit down for a second. You got a few minutes? Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. What are your goals? Well, I just want to, have money. How are you getting there? What are you doing? What do you like? How much money do you want? They have no idea. It's just like more just like fluff. And another thing is like that I see too is people dream so small because they're so afraid to not only, I wouldn't say succeed. People are like, I never got that. Like people are like scared to succeed, but they don't want to fail. So then instead of like, oh, how much money would make you happy if you had it every year? Oh, I mean, like, I would like, $250,000, but I just don't see that happening. So let's shoot for, $50,000. No, fucker, like, go $250,000. That's what we're going for. Now let's do a retro analysis, back it up, and like, okay, that's what I don't know off the top of my head, maybe like $20,000, $22,000 every month you got to make. That breaks down to 5,000 change every week. That breaks down to X amount of money every day. What kind of jobs can you create around that that'll give you that lifestyle? And that's another thing that pisses me off too about. And this is society, this is education, and we might have talked about this before. But a lot of people that get jobs, they work their ass off, going to school, they get this job, and from there they build a lifestyle based around whatever that job can provide for them. Instead, figure out the lifestyle that you want, then create the jobs around that lifestyle. So now that you're happy, and that's why people are like so miserable. They're all, they're depression, anxiety, they're struggling because their shit job that you're basically just an employee number at, as if you're an employer or employee, they don't care about you. They give you just enough money so you can take your week vacation. You can maybe put a little bit of money in your 401k, which is, that's another story. And then you're basically just kind of staying alive, and it's just like dream big, have set goals, write them down, do exactly what you want, and create businesses around the lifestyle that you want. It's not hard. It's not a hard formula to work on. The hardest part is being disciplined and doing action every single day, being consistent. Everybody, when people are motivated, I saw a cool Instagram picture I'm going to put out tomorrow, but it was like motivation on top, and it had this big leap. Then the next one's a little smaller, then a little smaller, then a little smaller until it was like nothing. Where consistencies like a mid-sized leap, mid-sized leap, mid-sized leap, and that's discipline. That's the hardest part about being disciplined, and it takes an adult mindset to be disciplined because we're not getting in that instant gratification. People that want instant gratification, they're children. They have a child mentality. You're nothing ever going to come to you in instant gratification. If anything does come to you quick, be wary of it because it's not going to stick around. It's like these people that play the lottery, they win the lottery, and that's why 95% of them go broke after a couple years, because it's a weak mentality. It's a childlike mentality. So set clear goals. I just went off on a little tangent there, but you know what?
No, bruh,
We've been up
I'm
for
so
15
happy.
hours.
Bruh, I'm so happy you went on that tangent
Yeah.
because like I, I get away from recognizing how important goals are. They're your roadmap. And I think there's two things you said that I want to highlight that I thought were really important. That concept of failure to succeed, like fear of success. And I dabbled in that for a little bit. I was like, oh, maybe I'm just scared to succeed. But no, what it was is that I was scared I would succeed and then fuck it up and mess it up.
Fuck it up. Yeah.
That's what it was. Like what they say now, no cap. Like, yeah, like that's what it was, man. I really didn't want to succeed and then fall on my face and be embarrassed. That was what the fear was. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stay right here under my
Mhm.
shawl and not do stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I think it's important to recognize, like, first call it what it is. And the big piece too that I appreciate you said this in another, I think it was like another habits video or one of our other videos where you talked about how you have your goals broken out into pieces. I think this is really important for two ways, like for the macro and the micro, uh, because when I have the big goal, right, that's the vision. So like if I have like my vision for like retreats and stuff. So okay, if
Mhm.
I see that here, what do I have? Where do I have to be in 2 years? Where do I have to be in a year? All right, so what does that break down to this year? Okay, in a year I want to be here, right? What does that break down to? Where do I have to be? And like this is the thing that you said, Brian, that's really important. It's the discipline
Yeah.
in multiple facets, right? It's the discipline and action in the action, right? Because and to do the action that I set out to for the goal. And it's also discipline to sit down and write and create the goals.
Yes.
That is a huge piece. And I know, like, listen, because being you and I talk all the time, like, people will say whatever they want, like easier said than done. And I used to always think, like, yeah, I'm gonna sit and write my goals. Bro, can I tell you when I sit down and write, like, and I don't know how this is anybody, I am super uncomfortable. Like I'm
Mhm.
fidgety, I'm like this. It takes me like now, I mean, like now it's like it doesn't take me as long, but I have to go through like this process of like, oh, I don't want to
Yeah.
do this. Okay. And then when I'm going, I'm good, right? But it's
Yeah.
like sitting down and be like, no, dude, you got to figure this out. This is where you want to be. Okay, what does this look like? That takes to sit your ass down and craft the goal, which is crafting and building the vision. This is a brilliant one, bro. I
Yeah,
love
and to kind of jump on that too is like when you set goals, like it's not only financial goals, it's not only like, for example, like hey, you want your retreat. Okay. Where do you want your retreats at? Like do you want to have to be in a tropical place where it's nice all 12 years, or do you want to have seasons? What things aren't you good at in business? For me, I don't like tedious, mundane, everyday tasks. That's why, and I kind of like manifested my business partner, my business partner John. He's one of the most amazing business partners, the most amazing business partner I ever had. This guy is like all about like taxes, numbers, setting up LLCs, doing all this stuff, and I'm just like I couldn't do it without him. I hate that shit when I'm like, it's like almost like school where if I don't like something, I don't do it. Like if he would ever decide to kind of go away, I'd be like, fuck man, I need somebody that's analytical. Me, I like working on the business. I like being creative and expanding. What type of people do you want? What kind of mindset? I need somebody that's going to have a good sense of humor working me because I have a
Mhm.
dry sense of humor and I'm very sarcastic.
Yeah,
I need
you
to
are.
bounce ideas off me. I love having you as a co-host because you're very good at making a conversation flow. You're very animated. You're a good, great storyteller, and I don't mean that in a, like bad way. Like if it comes out of your mouth, it's fictional. But I mean, like you can have like you can carry a conversation where I'm just like sometimes like you ask me a question, I'll be done in like 5 cent or 5 words, and I'll be like, okay, what's you know,
You've gotten better. You've gotten a lot better,
yeah.
bro.
Well,
Yeah.
this helps with practice, but those are the type of people I don't want to work with. People like me. I mean, very like it's okay about one or two, but a majority of people around them, I want them to be like different than me. So it's
Yeah.
not only what kind of people do you want to have around you? What kind of environment do you want to have? How long do you want to work? You don't want to, if somebody hands you a retreat center, you don't want to work 60 hours a week at it. No, you want to delegate some of that task off, maybe work like just kind of overload, like a bird's eye view, kind of see where everything's going on. You're picking and plugging and playing, and you maybe work like 5-10 hours a week. That's your ultimate goal, and just fucking chill.
Bro, that's such a beauty, man, bro. Golly, you hit on it, man. Because this is the thing that's important about creating the goals. Because like when I sat down and I looked at it, I was like, okay, damn, like there's a lot of things I gotta do and learn before I get there, bro. Like, yo, what am I like? So it's about like, okay, what kind of programs? I gotta practice the program, don't I? Like, okay, what do I want? Like you said before, where do you want to be? I gotta plan visits to go check this spot out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not just like, hey, I'm gonna have this thing. It's just and that's I really appreciate you talking about this. And I'm gonna build on that when because one of the ones I have is tracking progress.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
I think it really goes well with this because it's something that I just started to do, really, because this is what I put on here. Like a lot of the habits I'm like either restarting or just starting. So for example, like I talked about like having self-compassion. One of the things that I really look at is tracking my progress year over year. So I can, like I talked about, I can become an overthinker and overanalyze and like, oh man, why didn't I do that last week? Or I'll really look behind or back on the things that I've done wrong or the things I could have done better or differently. But really, when I start looking back on it, like, oh, junk, like I was here back then. Oh shit, I'm here. Like for example, like dang, I only made that much from stuff on the side. I made that much last year. Oh, stop it, yo, doing it. Because the thing is I never saw that. I was only looking from like this blinder perspective, right? I was just looking at it from like, oh, look what I did wrong, instead of being like, oh, junk, like that has been building. Yo, I have been doing that, son. Like, oh, this is. So I really think it's important that, like, especially coming off the tracking goals, is that everyone like create a habit of looking back on your progress. Now, when I say that, I think it's good because it can go both ways, right? If I look back over time and I say, okay, last year, like I have this goal, right? Like I want to make enough on what I do on the side to cover my annual salary. So that's how I know it's time for me. Like that's my safety mechanism, my kick in the ass to get the hell out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is like now if I fail to look back, if I'm looking back and I'm on track, I'm like, okay, good. If I'm looking back and I see a dip, now I know and I can make the adjustment.
Yeah.
We fail to track our progress. We won't know how. First of all, we'll fail to know how we're doing, and we'll fail to know what are the things we get to do to move forward. Right. So it's like, if I'm on point, okay, cool. I can keep doing what I'm doing, or I can tweak some stuff. Hey, I bet you if I learn this, this will really hit my trajectory. Right.
Yeah.
So it's important that we start to look at these types of things because before you know it, especially because a lot of people get ignorant because like we'll get me included, I'll be caught up in here like, yo, look what Billy did out in the woods. Oh, that's what's man. I wish I could do that shit. Okay, well, if it's in my goal, yo, Billy, tell me how you did that.
Yeah.
Show me. You know what I'm saying, B? And I have that mindset. I can have that I can have it laid out, man. So track your progress. Review accomplishments regularly, and that will help you stay consistent.
Love it.
For our last one each.
What do I got? Learn to say no. Learn to say no. I've been saying no a lot more. In the last probably like 4 or 5 years, I've been saying no a lot more. I got clients, hey, can you come in I know it's your day off, but can you come in? We're back in the day. I'm like, I didn't want to turn down money. Now I'm like, nope. It's like I have off these days. Sorry. Like these are the times I have. I give them 2 or 3 slots and this is what I do. I don't really like, I just, if it doesn't align with my goals and it doesn't align with what I want out of my future, I don't compromise for no one. I mean, I shouldn't say no one. I mean, I don't compromise for anybody outside my inner circle, I should say. And so, and it's powerful because when you're a people pleaser, I used to be that way. I used to be very insecure. I wanted people to like me. I wanted to not let people down all the time. The same people that I always try to be there for. Whenever the time my shit hit the fan, that's when you realize who's really there for you.
Oh,
And you
that's
know, so it's funny. It's kind of I'm laughing because I'm thinking about what one of my clients said when I was out in Senegal last week or 2 weeks ago. I
yeah.
was doing a line walk, right? And I had the lines. Did you see that
I
video?
saw that. Yeah,
And
yeah,
with
yeah. I
the
love
lions,
that.
and
I love
everyone's
that.
like, "Oh, you're crazy!" And some woman in my class is like, "I was like, I don't trust anything with teeth that big." I was like, the only animal I don't trust with teeth are humans. I was like, I've been screwed by more humans in my life than any animal out there. So,
Yo,
you
preach.
know, that was a little funny. I just thought about that. I probably had to share that, but I don't go, if anything goes outside my goals, it's almost like the universe testing you. It's kind of like, all right, you set these goals. Let's see how serious you are about this. Phone
Yeah.
rings. Hey, can we train Friday at 3 o'clock? I know you're only there till 12 o'clock, and you're not even there on Fridays. Nope. The universe got you.
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Start
bro.
dial another number.
Yeah, see, you better ask somebody, man. You're
Yeah,
like,
but yeah, anything
you're
outside
like,
my inner
nope.
circle of friends and anything outside my goals,
Yeah.
no, no, nope.
And I wanna bring attention and awareness to what you like something you said consistently through this. If it's out of alignment with your goals, gotta have those, man.
Yeah,
It's your
that's why
compass.
it's important to have goals.
Yeah.
That's 100%. That's correct. It's your compass. It's your North Star. So sometimes somebody's going to show you, Orion or the Big Dipper, and you can be like, you're going to want to look, but nope, focus on the North Star.
Yeah,
Just keep
true.
going, keep going, keep going.
It's
And it's
amazing.
important. Otherwise, you're a mess, man. It's like getting in your car and just starting up your car and driving in your GPS. You don't know where you're going. Nothing's plugged in your GPS. You're just driving around like an idiot. That's what people
Exactly.
do in life. They just just living day to day like an idiot, and then
Hey,
they don't know where they want to go.
man, one of the sayings I love, man. How we do one thing is how we do everything.
Do everything, love it.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
people listen. I learned this because I've lived it, and I can find myself there sometimes where it's like, oh man, like why is my energy all over the place? Oh, because I've been out of focus.
And then after you do something that's against what you should be doing, you get pissed off. You have
Yep.
resentment towards that person, and you get more pissed off at yourself. You're like, man, I'm such a pussy. No
Yeah.
offense to the women out there, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like I'm such a pussy. Like, why did I do that? Why did I let that person do that to me? Why did I let them manipulate me? Fuck, and you get
True.
mad. It kind of throws off your energy, and so.
Yeah. Bro, it's
And when I say no now, like I stand a little taller, my chest is out a little more. I'm walking with a little bit of little bit of a
yeah,
swag.
you got a little swag. You
Yeah.
got a little rock to the
Yeah.
stroll, bro. You're like, okay, yeah, buddy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just saying no, man. That is a big one. That is, bro. No is a complete sentence.
Yeah. That's it. What do you got for the last one, man?
Practice a habit of delegating.
Mm.
Delegating. Again, this is one that I'm learning to take on, right? So it's like, especially like I'll have facilitation, like facilitating groups, and there'll be people like I'm training or co-facilitators. So a lot of times, if I'm the lead, I would have the tendency of like trying to do everything. Like, oh
You're a
man,
perfectionist, man.
yeah,
It's hard
exactly.
to delegate when you're a perfectionist.
And bruh,
Yeah.
that's the power of this habit because I get to learn to trust.
Yeah.
Right? I gotta learn to trust. So I've been practicing this in a lot of different ways. Like I've been practicing at work. Like, hey, listen, I see you got a big workload here. Delegate to other people. I'll give you about 30 minutes. Delegate that. Usually I'll be like, hey, I'll go in and move these tickets for you. Fucking bull crap. And also what I recognize, like I was in this event, I was on this panel for this event over the weekend. So like the person that organized it, like I noticed like they were kind of all over the place, and I was like, hold on, what do you need to get done? And because I'm always want to be the helper, right? I'm like, what do you need to get done? Okay, got you. Excuse me, I need you to do this, you. Okay, can you help me out real quick? All right, what's your name? All right, perfect. I need you to do this. Yeah, I don't know them for the wall, but for me, I have to make it a habit now, because if I fail to do it in those times that are like mundane, when I need to delegate with the swiftness, there's no shakiness in the voice, there's no hesitation. It's like it goes back to when you were talking about having a business partner, right? And being around those people that are going to elevate you. And this is the importance of knowing yourself, people, because if once you know like what your strengths and what those opportunities are for you to get better, you know where people can play a role in your life, and you know how they can help out. But also it's an opportunity really to trust, first of all, and it's an opportunity to really enhance and communicate, enhance your communication. Another thing for me, B, that is a big piece is learning to let go, bro.
But you got to look at it. You have to look at it as you're not letting go and not doing anything about it. You're letting go so you can focus on other things that are going to help you grow. So like when I run businesses, sometimes like if I start a business from the ground up,
Yeah.
what I'll do is maybe the business not making any money. Maybe I don't have the capital to do it, but I might reach out to somebody with like, just say they're good, like IT skills. So I'd be like, hey, Paul, I don't have any money to do it right now. You want 10% of my company? Come do these IT stuff for me. That's how I delegate stuff. And this is where my projections are going. Hey, I think I'm going to make, X amount of money a year, 10% just doing this part time. Well, you do that. I just can't pay you anything up front right now. Give me like 2 or 3 months. And that's how you kind of delegate. There's a lot of people like, reason I'm saying that I just had a conversation with somebody who wants to start a business, but they don't have any money to get help, all from a little bit of ownership, into the business. And so you can hand off stuff that's your weaknesses. And so you can focus on your strengths,
Brother. I'm thinking like, I think you and I had that conversation a while back, bro, when I had Juice Dreams.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
like, dude, like, I don't know. And you're like, dude, you can have somebody. And that's what I was like, you have such a great knack for helping open people's perspectives on things, right? Because like, bro, when you said that, I was like, damn, man, yeah, what? That's
Yeah.
true. And this is that's the thing that I love about like when we have these conversations and we're sharing these things. Hold on. We're sharing these things with people. Hold on. Listen, okay. Like when we're sharing these things, man, because it gives people an opportunity, like a model of what this is. Like when you talk about delegating and like, some of your ownership goes to someone that's going to help you in the business to grow the business. Yes. And also I want to, that's letting go of control too, right? That was a piece I was like letting go of control. Because like I know for me, one of the resistances was like, oh, I gotta control this. I don't know if they're gonna make juice the right. Wow. Well, listen, if you built the system right, like you're supposed to, man, you don't have to worry about that. Or maybe it's time for you to tighten up the systems, bro.
Yeah.
It's a business, right? Right,
Yeah.
dude. So listen, I think it's super important, man. Super important. I love the delegating task. I find I can be really good at it, and I have a certain way that I do it, which is like I'm working on the tone and the language when I'm delegating, right? And I'm finding that it works well. Right? Like it's really cool. Like it's like so people, if people are wondering like what are you talking about, Paul? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, I found that when I'm delegating something, I'm coming to the person first, like, hey, listen, this has got to get done at such and such and such. Like, I'm going to do this. Can you help me with this? Oh, yeah. So what did I do? I told them what the vision is. I was like, listen, this has got to get done. I want to get this done. I think I started off with I want to. I've been playing with I want to or I got to, right? I think I want to is a nice to, is like more enrolling. So hey, I want to get this done. Like this is what I can do. Can you do this? Yeah. What else you need? Perfect. Because
Mm-hmm.
now they're like, okay, can you do that? Well, I don't know. Well, let's give it a go. Right? Or can you do that? No. Remember, no is a complete sentence. Learn to say no. No, I can't. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
great. I'll ask somebody else. Right. So these are all parts of these, like learning to delegate, like the habit of delegation is extremely important for ease of life, and also for helping people let go of control, because we can't control everything. We have to let things lie where they lie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Love it.
that's how we do. That's how we do. Listen, so
Yeah.
did we do all 10, bro? Did we? I mean, like over these like 1,800 videos, I think we've done 10, right?
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
That's it. We're all done, man. No more habits. Maybe we'll have a habits part 2 next year or something.
Yeah, we'll have a habits party. Well, maybe we'll do a live
All right. Hey,
from
let's
a
do it.
location, and we'll
From a
be like,
location.
hey, chime in with your habits. Chime in with your habits. We'll make special events, B. That's how we rock it. We'll make special events.
Love it.
Huge. All right, bruv.
Love it.
We did it. We did it. All right, everybody. Listen, like, share, subscribe. As we've said, like, hey, this is if there's good amount of videos on these habits. There's 2 a piece on most of these habits, and this one you got 3. You're welcome. So write down some notes. Put in the comments what are habits that you are working with, and also check us out on Facebook. We got Facebook. We got Instagram. Write your comments in there when we release the videos. Chime in. Let us know what comes up for you, and like, share, and share the content if you find it's valuable. We appreciate you being the last one, my guy.
Let's wrap this up, man. It's bedtime.
Yo, remember how they said in the Dave Chappelle skit? You better wrap that shit up, B. You better wrap that shit up, B. All right, so no,
I just think so. Oh,
yo, everybody, peace.
peace out, guys.